Hello, 8th grade families. This is Mallory Everett, and I am the Director of Guidance and Enrollment Services here at Freshmen Christian Academy. And I wanted to come to you today via video to talk to you a little bit about freshman course selection. Now, we'll all be working together throughout high school as I assist your students in planning and preparing for the future as the school counselor. So, as we get started today, I wanted just to go through a little bit about the high school graduation requirements and the course selection process as they continue into freshman year and on through graduation. I do have a SCA school profile that I provided to you in the email that I sent to you. This will be a helpful handout for you to have with you as you go throughout this video because I will refer to it a couple of different times. It will also show you the course progression as they go throughout high school, the courses and options that are offered to our students. So I just wanted to jump into SCA Graduation Requirements as giving you a foundation for what's to come. SCA requires a successful completion of an academic program in excess of the state of Florida requirements. We pride ourselves on overly preparing our students for college, and that means exceeding all state of Florida graduation requirements. We do require a minimum of 24 credits in order to graduate. That is the state of Florida requirement. However, most SCA students graduate with 30 or more credits. So that is something we're very proud of as they are prepared for college and college success. They must have a GPA of a 2.0 or higher in order to graduate. And students are required to take a college entrance test prior to graduation. That is the SAT or ACT. We require that all of our students take that at least once. We obviously encourage and stress to take it as many times as they need to in order to achieve the scores that they want. But that is something we start talking about at the end of sophomore year and junior year. So you're not quite there yet, but I did want to mention to you the graduation requirement of taking that entrance exam. Next is the SCA graduation requirements. Again, that these are higher than the state of Florida requirements. We do require 4 Bible credits, one for every year that they're enrolled in high school, 4 credits of English, 4 credits of math, 4.5 credits of social science, 4 credits of science, 2 credits of foreign language, 1 credit of fine arts, fine or performing arts, and then 1 credit of health opportunities through physical education. That's the state of Florida required. We call it HOPE, the HOPE course. So those are the overall graduation requirements. Students do have the opportunity to earn more than these credits, but these are the SCA basic requirements in order for graduation. We do have various course levels available to the students as they go throughout high school. We have our standard academic classes. These are standard classes, and then we move on to honors courses. Honors courses are available for additional GPA weighting. I will discuss in more detail grading scales and how GPAs are weighted. We discussed that in our freshman parent meeting at the very beginning of the school year, so I won't go into those details at this point. It's not super pertinent for the course selection, but it is good information for you to have, and we will talk about that at the beginning of next year. But our honors courses, our honors math courses are taught separately. We have a separate standard math course and a separate honors course. The English, math, and science honors courses are taught in combination, and honors courses have additional projects that go along with the syllabus. So it does require a little bit more outside time for your students to work on projects and papers that would give them that honors credit. So if you're thinking about your student taking honors, you just maybe want to think about their schedule outside of school, and if they have that additional time to work on all of those additional projects that would go along with an honors course. We also have advanced placement courses beginning in 10th grade. So that wouldn't be something you would be focusing on this freshman year, but the year after we would have those available to them. And then also dual enrollment courses beginning in 11th grade. And we'll talk about those as you continue on through the high school program at SCA. Here is a course progression sheet for all of our high school courses for freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior year. That is in your handout that I emailed to you along with this video. If you'll look at that first column, the freshman column, that is what you're going to be focusing on and the courses that your student will need to be taking this next year. And I'm going to go through each one of the subjects individually. On the far right hand side, you will see the graduation requirements that we've already talked about before. So the very first course that when you receive your course selection email, you will be asked to choose an English option. We have all freshmen have to take English 1. So you have English 1 Standard or English 1 Honors. The Honors course requires additional summer reading books. All of our high school students have required summer reading, but the Honors course will have at least 2 to 3 additional books on top of the required high school reading. So just think about that, your summer plans, what your students will be doing if they have time to work on that summer reading, the additional summer reading, in addition to the projects during the school year. So you can choose between English 1 or English 1 Honors. That's for all freshmen. In ninth grade, you have a couple of different options. Some of our 8th grade students took Algebra 1 Honors as an 8th grader. If they've already done that, they're going to move on into geometry. But if you're an 8th grader and you're in pre-algebra, you're going to have the option of Algebra 1 or Algebra 1 Honors. This is based upon your grade in pre-algebra and also a teacher recommendation. If you took Algebra 1 Honors this year as an 8th grader, you would move on into geometry. You can move into geometry honors. This basically means you have completed Algebra 1 Honors. If you've struggled this year, if you're not happy with your grade, you may want to talk with your teacher or Mrs. Kretzer or even myself as to what would be a good option for you next year, whether you want to continue on into the honors track or you would like to move into standard geometry. So those are 2 options to think about. And if you have any questions, the best place to go first is your math teacher to ask what they would recommend for your next math course. And then obviously, if you have any questions, Mrs. Kretzer would be a great one to give you a little bit of insight as well. Your science options are, again, very similar to your math. Most all of our 8th graders took physical science this year. So if you've completed physical science, you would move on into biology. You obviously have a biology standard or a biology honors. Just as a refresher, what I mentioned earlier, our science classes are combination classes. So they're standard and honor students in those classes. And the honor students have additional projects and papers that they complete. It's about 1 project or paper per quarter, so it's 4 additional projects throughout the year that you would complete in order to earn your honors credit. If for some reason you're watching this video and you have not taken physical science yet, then you would take physical science before you take biology. That is a prerequisite course. So you obviously have the option between physical science or physical science honors. 9th grade social science, your history component, is all of our 9th graders take a semester of American government. It is a state requirement. You can do American government or American government honors. This, again, is a combination class with additional projects built in. You will take 1 semester. The other semester, all of our freshmen take fundamentals of writing. This is a required writing course that we have all of our freshmen take to give them a firm foundation in writing skills, as there is a large writing component in the SCA high school program, and we want to make sure you have the writing skills to be successful as you go throughout high school. So you will take American government 1 semester, and then the other semester you will take fundamentals of writing. Our Bible requirement is the same for all 9th graders. All of our 9th graders take the New Testament survey course. That is an automatic, it is entered into your schedule. You will see that on the course request form, and you will only have 1 option to choose from, and that is New Testament survey. HOPE is the next option that we have. That is Health Opportunities Through Physical Education. This is a state requirement for graduation. All students must take this course. Some students may choose to not take it at SCA in the classroom, and if you choose not to take it in the classroom, you must take it on FLVS, that's Florida Virtual School, the summer beginning beginning the summer after your 8th grade year. So this summer, you would need to complete your FLVS HOPE course. That is very important. We want our freshmen to go ahead and get that graduation credit knocked out. So you can either take it FLVS or you can take it at SCA. I do just want to stress to all of our parents and students that the HOPE class on FLVS does have a large work component. It requires a great deal of dedication, self-discipline, and a willingness to work hard. If you have a very busy summer or you struggle with maybe procrastination or managing your workload, I probably wouldn't recommend the FLVS course. I would encourage you to take it here on campus at SCA. That would be your best option for success. But for students who do take it on Florida Virtual School over the summer before 9th grade, you do have the opportunity to go ahead and begin your foreign language requirement in 9th grade. Otherwise, you would begin it in 10th grade as a sophomore. Elective options. We have a lot of different elective options for our students. These are right now, these are tentative. We don't have all of our elective options all panned out yet, but these are some options that will be available to you. All of our students have 2 elective options that they can use their freshman year. You can see all of those listed. The ones with the asterisks on the right side of them, these are the courses that will meet the fine arts requirement for graduation. So you can go through and look at all of those. Study hall and teacher's assistant, they are what we call quote unquote electives, but they do not receive credit and they do not impact your GPA. So if you're looking for something to help boost your GPA or add to your GPA, then I would not recommend like a teacher assistant. Now, if you have a very full schedule with like a lot of different honors classes, then I would definitely recommend at least one study hall to help with your workload, especially if you have outside activities like sports or community service or any other extracurricular that you work on. A couple of different elective notes. When you receive your course selector, the course selector will ask for 3 elective options. That third one is going to be a backup in case a course fills up or is canceled for whatever reason. So it's going to ask for 3. You'll only get 2, but that third one is for backup. And also, I would strongly consider that you choose an elective that will meet the fine arts requirement for graduation. There's nothing worse to putting it off until senior year, and then you got to cram it into your schedule senior year. Then you may not be happy with the fine arts elective that you had to take. I would say pick one that you can complete and get it out of the way in your freshman year. As in your 9th grade schedule, students will receive their schedule 1 week prior to school beginning. It doesn't come out much earlier than that, so you can just kind of settle into your summer and just know about a week before school starts, you will get your schedule for the year. These will be published in RenWeb, and parents will receive an email when they are ready for viewing. If you have, for whatever reason, you need to make a course change, I ask that you don't email me about it because I get a lot of email over the summer and I don't want anything to be missed. We actually have a course change form on the guidance page of the SCA website. If you just go to scacrusaders.com, under our academic section is a guidance page just for all of our high school students, and there is a course change form right there on the front of that page. It's electronic, you can fill it out and it will go directly to me. We don't have to worry about anything getting lost, and I will communicate with you if that course change is able to be made. We don't want anything to get lost via email. So course selectors will be coming out very soon via email. So you keep an eye on your email and you will receive instructions from me, Mallory Everett, as to how to complete your course selector. That will be in RenWeb and will be done electronically. So you don't have to worry about turning in any papers or anything. You can sit down, parent and student together on your computer, and you can select those courses that we just talked about. So that will all be done electronically, and you'll be receiving instructions via email in just a few days about how to complete that process. But as you're looking ahead towards freshman year, I want you to go ahead and get on your calendar the freshman and parent guidance meeting. We have that right at the beginning of school. It's Monday, August 27th at 6 p.m. I'm going to be covering a lot of great information to help get you a good foundation, get you started off strong in ninth grade at SCA. If you have any questions, you can feel free to set up an in-person. I'm also very happy to do phone appointments. You can just email me at meverett@scacrusaders.com. Again, my name is Mallory Everett, and I'm the Director of Guidance Services at SCA. It was great to be able to come to you via video. I hope this information was helpful for you. You can go back and watch this video as many times as you need to as you get a plan for course selection for ninth grade. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll be talking with you soon.